Okay, look at SoFi go, guys. Holy smokes. It's currently it's the pre-market right now when I'm making this video, guys. And honestly, I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but I still want to break down the charts, do an update. And I'm not in my normal film setting. Obviously, I'm on vacation now. I'm in Paris, guys. Hope you're all having a great day where you're at. Let me know in the comments where you're watching this video, but I'm making this, it's about noon here in Paris, so it's like 5 a.m., I guess, East Coast time, but either way, we're going to break down SoFi, cover the charts, go over what the heck's going on here, as not just SoFi is moving, but the entire market is on fire. Let's just dive into it. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. You guys see how I'm investing, trading during this volatility. You guys see everything I've been buying, which pretty much everything I bought, is up now, considering we're seeing the ceasefire news, all that. So check it out. There's also a private Discord if you guys are interested. A link down below in the comments, description box. You guys can't miss it. So SoFi is now in the mid 17s this morning. We're trading at $17.52 to be exact, and we're now up from $14.90 just about a week ago. So we're up 17% off of that low. And let's pull the layers back a little bit here and see what's going on these charts. So on the 30-minute time frame, guys, SoFi is now trading at a fresh high. You can see, again, we're up from 1480.90 to where we are now, and we're taking out the highs from, it looks like here we hit, in the end of March, we hit about 1730. So we're piercing through that high. That's a great sign. And on the 1 hour time frame, what are you guys seeing? We have a golden cross. The stock's starting to break through these moving averages. And again, we're taking out those end of March highs. Not completely yet. We're not 100% out of the woods for sure. But the fact that oil's collapsing, the VIX is down 20%. This is giving these higher beta names some juice. And oh boy, is SoFi getting some juice here, guys. I think percentage-wise this morning, it's up. Let's see, percentage-wise, up around 8 to 9%, which I can't remember the last time SoFi had an 8, 9, 10% green day. I literally can't remember the last time. So we're seeing it break through these critical points, but on the 4-hour chart, we're not breaking out yet. We're still under, and don't get me wrong, we're above the 50 moving average on this time frame, but we're not quite yet out of this 180 moving average, which has been resistance since what? The beginning of this year, literally. Forget the beginning of the year, since November, December, we've struggled to get out of there. So if SoFi can retake that moving average, especially into earnings, or even after earnings especially, man, that would be huge. That would be huge for the stock. And I know SoFi investors, myself included, traders as well, they're in desperate need of that. Or they've been waiting for that for months, 5-6 months at this point in time. And the more you pull the layers back on SoFi, guys, let me show you this. And let me move my freaking legs a little bit. Get comfortable here, man. Filming on a couch is quite different than having a nice desk set up with the boom mic stand, whatever the heck it's called. But if you look here on the 3-year chart on SoFi, guys, we're noticing buyers are coming in exactly where you want to see them come in, right around this moving average, the 180 SMA. And we've covered this time and time again. The 3-year chart looks great on SoFi, which is why I've been saying be patient. If you have the money, the time, buy the dip, And I know I said $12, $13, $14. It looks like we didn't get there, at least as of now. And who cares? I mean, I'm glad, honestly, we didn't get there. Whatever. I still own the stock. I don't want the market to collapse. I don't want the VIX at 40, 50. I don't want oil at 120, 30, 40. I mean, that's what it would have taken for SoFi to get down to $10, $11, $12. I mean, what do you want? Do you want the market to tank, oil to go through the roof, VIX to go to 50 just to get SoFi at $10, $11, $12? Or would you rather have SoFi maybe not get to 12, it recovers as the entire market rips? I much rather have that. Call me crazy. I much rather have that. Even if it means I can't buy more SoFi. So be it. I'm already in the stock. So be it. You know what I mean? So I'm loving the price action here. Keeping an eye on that 4-hour 180 moving average. We'll see if that breaks. If this thing starts to gain momentum out of 18, 19, 20 a share, yeah, gear up, buckle up, because we might be going a lot higher from there. The fundamentals are strong. Noto's been buying. Muddy Waters, big middle finger to you guys. Take that, Muddy Waters, even though they're probably already out of their short, you know what I mean? But yeah, at this point, guys, this looks great. And the VIX, again, it's collapsing, which that's great for high beta names, right? Oil down big time. And I mentioned this in my previous video, and I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. When a market rally is accompanied by a big drop in the VIX, big drop in the price of oil, WTI and Brent, that's when we can really start to, I guess, believe it, buy it. You know, we had a lot of rallies over the last couple of weeks. Well, maybe not a lot, but we've had some runs in this overall downtrend, but none of them were accompanied by a huge drop in crude like today's rally. And with today's rally, SPY's completely breaking through. I mean, look, it's out of the 180 SMA, well above the 50 SMA. We're noticing this inverse head and shoulders is clearly playing out. I mean, it's right in front of our faces. And this stock, or this ETF, SPY, if we really see this stuff end here in the next week or two, which it kind of looks like it's getting there, you know, which is why the market's doing what the market's doing, SPY's going to go to 685 most likely, 690, just like that. We're going to be back, guys. That's where this is trending now. You know, again, the fact that the price of oil is collapsing, VIX is down, you know, with the market up like this, that's promising in my opinion. Oh man, I need a freaking massage while I'm out here. My back is, my neck is cooked. I think, am I the only one that whenever I go on a vacation, I'm so used to my bed, my pillow, my setup, I'm always like, I kind of feel sore when I'm in a new bed or new pillow. Man, is this what it's like turning 30? I mean, holy smokes, guys. I'm about to turn 30 in a month. Is this what it's like? No, nobody told me this. Just kidding. I heard about this, but I'm feeling it. I'm experiencing it now. Oh man. Oh man. So, that's, you know, that's where we're at. VIX is collapsing. Oil's moving, and I'm a happy guy because look, all these stocks that I've been buying, pounding the table on, are ripping. Micron is at $415 freaking dollars a share. I was buying this stock all the way down here. People were like, oh, memory's done. We're going to 200 on Micron. Look, man, I've been doing this for years, right? I've been in the market for years, a decade, right? I've seen this happen before. I've seen this happen. Look, we were buying it all down here. Now Micron is up. God knows percentage-wise, what's it up? 35% off the low? I mean, if you cut the noise out, focus on the fundamentals, you're going to see opportunities. Memory is still in a super cycle. Yeah, we got turbo quant. Oh, whoop-de-doo, right? I mean, that's, oh, you know, people panicked about turbo quant, but that's still an idea. It's a research topic, right? They're presenting their research. It's not in business yet, in practice yet. I mean, it could be a problem down the line, but people were panicking for the wrong reasons, and that opened up an opportunity. And yeah, we're making good money. Good money. My average on this is like mid 300s. So that's a big mover. Amazon, which I covered in the last video, oil was a big headwind for Amazon. Amazon's now absolutely ripping, multi-week highs, multi-month highs for Amazon. I think slowly but surely, once this war is really done, Amazon's going to be filling this gap right here back to 250. It's a no-brainer. That's why I was buying a ton under 200. I got my buy at like 196, 7. No joke. You guys in the Patreon, you get all my buys as always, real time. Yeah, we nailed the bottom on Amazon. It doesn't always happen, but added a bunch in the low 200s as well. And I think once this war is really done, guys, Amazon's going to be a mid 200, over 250 stock this year. I think honestly towards 300 if we really get bullish heading into the end of the year. Other names that I'm in, you guys know obviously Nvidia. Nvidia's now, let's see where we're at. It's at 185. Come on, man. Nvidia's up from 162 low to 185, 13% in the green. Guys, what a freaking day. What a morning, you know? And the market's not even open yet. And who knows, maybe when you're watching this, we gave back some gains. It's possible. Maybe some profit taking occurs. Heck, I'm considering locking in some gains on Micron today. We'll see how it goes. Maybe raise some cash there. Not that I'm expecting another collapse, but you know the saying, no one's ever gone broke locking profits. So what a freaking day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, joining the Patreon, all that. Link down below, pinned in the comments, the description box. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day.